Hey everybody. Hey, it's good to see y'all again. R7 Homestead here. Just want to share a little tip with you that I've kind of learned along the way. It's what we do. Faith, family, God, and food. Jugs. Anybody got these floating around, they end up in the trash all the time? A lot of stuff comes in them, anywhere from maple syrup to bleach. We all have them. We all can get them. We get our hands on them one way or the other. Anybody had one of these? If you're watching this channel, more than likely, you know what this is or what it once had a nice life as. Feed scoop. This is a 3-quart feed scoop. They run about $5, give or take, depending on where you buy them. As you see, either the dog or the 4-year-old got a hold of this one. Kind of on its last leg. It's not a pleasure to use. Like I said, about $5. Well, if you're like me, I can't tell you over the last 20 years how many of these feed scoops I've gone through. I've run on them with a brush hog. I've just lost them, don't know where they ever went to. And none of my kids ever knew where they went to. They just went. I guess they packed up and moved on. I'm tired of buying those things. I'm not going to buy them anymore. Can you imagine? I've got 5 different places that we feed. We try to keep a scoop in every one so that feeding is not a chore, it's a pleasure. Dealing with our animals is a pleasure. Well, the more we have to run around and do this, do that, the more convenient we can make it for ourselves, the more fun and more enjoyable they're going to be, and the faster our chores are going to do, so that we can get to more chores. So, that being, milk bottles will generally tend to be lighter, more thin-walled. I don't recommend using them as a feed scoop, but if that's all you got, then by all means use it. I'm going to show you a couple scoops that I use already. Here's one that I made in the past. Here's one that I just recently made. And as you see, you can kind of do it however you want to do it. Whatever it is that makes you happy. This scoop, you see, is cut out much more than this. It's going to hold less feed than this scoop. Okay, so you can use it as a measuring device. If you just need to feed a little bit, you can cut it all the way down to here if you want. One of the things we've got to get past is just figuring that we have to duplicate this design. Or, you know, they've got the metal feed scoops over at, I've seen them at feed stores, Tractor Supply, and so forth. They've got those. Those are kind of expensive. I think those run about $10. And they get tore up, though they make really nice paper towel dispensers. Y'all ought to try that. But then they just get out there and they get tore up, bent up, stepped on, lost, run over with a brush hog, whatever the case may be. Y'all want some tea? I do. Y'all go get some tea. So I'm going to show you how to make some the way I make them. Now, you people who are crafty, y'all are going to do a much better job at this than I am. One of the things I do, the cap. A lot of people would say, oh, we'll put you some super glue on that cap or some silicone or some whatever. No, I don't do that. I leave it because I like things that'll do double duty. This, one, if you take the cap off when you get ready to clean it out, and you do need to clean it out from time to time, makes it a lot easier to clean out. If I find myself in need of a funnel, I have a funnel. I can go grab a feed scoop, use it as a funnel, clean it out real good. If you're going to use a jug that has had some kind of something in there that you may not want to contaminate your feed with, I suggest cleaning it out real good. Use hot water and dishwashing liquid. Dishwashing liquid is designed to cut oil and grease. Clean it out real good and then rinse it out real good and run your finger across it. Make sure there's no film in there, okay? It's kind of like a drinking glass. If you get them oily, then you don't like them, you can feel it in there. It's got that oily feeling. Otherwise, once you wash it with good hot water, dishwashing liquid, you feel it and it's not, doesn't have that slippery, slimy feeling. So, just a little thing. Again, be responsible, do your thing. Now, these little templates I cut out of a piece of paper, just real simple. I just took the bottle, set it on a piece of paper, and traced half the bottle. Just just like that. That's all there is to it. Then I cut it out. Now I'm going to make a short scoop. And what I'm doing is I'm going right off where the bottle turns flat. And right here where the handle is, there's a seam. It's called a parting line. There's a seam right there. I'm going to put it around there because I don't want that curve in my feed scoop. Well, let's turn it to where the sticky side is down. How about that? What do y'all think? I'm going to take that on there. I'm going to take me a little Sharpie. Oh, kind of got a cattywampus there. That's a technical term, by the way. Cattywampus. Okay. Now I'm going to take my permanent marker. And I'm just going to roughly outline it right along here. One thing to keep in mind, this is a feed scoop, guys. This is not art that's going to go in a museum. And you know what? More than likely, if you're making it, you're the one that's going to be using it. Right? Y'all know I'm right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, we've made a little line here. I try to center it up as best I can. It doesn't make that big a difference, okay? My wife, she absolutely loves using these scoops that I've made, this one in particular. I don't know how crazy she is about this one, but we'll find out. Now we're going to cut this out. Now, there's a couple different methods you can use to cut it out. I've got a couple different ways here. There's always options, you know. And for those of you, y'all know who I'm talking about. You've always got your handy dandy trusty dusty pocket knife. Now, these here, this costs like less than $1 at Harbor Freight. This came in a package with some extra blades. I think I paid $1.50 for it. Or you can use scissors. You can get them anywhere. There's a lot of options you can use, but you need to be smart about what you're doing. Dull is dangerous. Keep that in mind. Dull is dangerous. So, I'm going to use this one. And the reason why is because I can hold it. Now, you just take your knife. You want to make sure you're using a sharp blade. You make your incision, just like that. Cut your bottle. And see how that's a little hard to cut? That's what you want. That means it's got a nice thick wall. You don't want to cut towards yourself. You want to just go around like so. It's not hard. Take your time. There's no big hurry. Now you can take the other side. I'll make a little demonstration. I don't prefer to use the scissors. Now there are a set of scissors. You can buy them at Harbor Freight. You can buy them online. There's a lot of places you can buy them. They're called trauma shears. They're what paramedics and medical professionals use to cut clothes and such off. Those things are inexpensive and they're tough. They'll cut really, really well. They'll actually cut a penny in half. I just kind of messed mine up by my own fault, and I haven't replaced them yet. Now I've made my cut here. Now I'm just going to take and join the two together. Remember, we want to get that curve out of there. We don't want that curve in there. We're going to cut not towards ourselves because safety is our #1 priority. Now, you can see this particular bottle has a ridge right here. And then it curves down. This ridge I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. We're going to cut that curve out of there. Just going to kind of eyeball it. Just going to move it around like that. And then we get to a little thicker part on the other side. Just going to kind of work our blade through there. That's why we don't cut towards ourselves, in case we have a slip. They happen. Come over here to the other side. Now you could draw a line if you chose and go all the way around, and that would be a good idea. Or you can just make it work like I do. Just like that. These things get dull really fast. I just want you to know that. Now, you see how I'm feeling that? This actually had not a chemical, it was a food, but it was a concentrated food that I do not want my animals to get. So I'm going to feel in here, make sure this is good and clean. Now, I'll show you something. I got a little point there. That's going to cause me problems later on because it's going to roll. So I'm just going to take my scissors, just kind of trim that up. See, just kind of smooth that off. Now y'all can see that this is not straight. This is dog leg crooked right here. Okay? But that's okay, because you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to stick it in a feed barrel and I'm going to scoop some feed out of it. I'm not going to turn it in for judging, and hopefully nobody's going to judge me on it. So here we go. $5 worth of feed scoop right here. And if it gets run over by a brush hog, if it gets lost, if it gets whatever, it's okay, because I've got maybe 10 minutes tied up in it, maybe. I can do it a lot faster when I'm not doing it for the camera. And no money at all. Get the kids involved. If your kids are old enough, mine's not. If you get your kids old enough, that are old enough, get them involved. Let them have some fun, some craft time, some family time. Don't make it miserable. Y'all have fun doing it. You know what? Life is way too short, and there's too many opportunities to be miserable. Let's make some opportunities to have some fun with our family, with our kids, with our spouses, with our friends. Whatever it is that your case may be. Have some fun. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be sad. You know what? We're always going to have circumstances and opportunities to be sad and miserable and mad. But you know, we also have opportunities to be happy. We can choose to be happy. God's grace is all around us. Take advantage of it. Reach out and grab it and thank the good Lord for it. You know what? I appreciate y'all coming and spending some time. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button on there. Share this video. Ask for notifications. I so appreciate y'all. I don't know how to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all watching the videos. It makes me feel good to know that I can share a little bit of what I've learned, maybe some opportunities for other people. And I'd love it if y'all share them with me. You know what? God bless you. Y'all have a great time. See you later. Bye.